Good morning, y'all. It's Ali. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. So you guys seemed to enjoy our video last time of us getting ready for our craft show. And so, surprise, here we are again. So we entered a competition thinking there's no way we'd actually win it for a really, really large craft fair locally to us. It's about 30,000 people that go through in one weekend versus the last show we did is about 5,000 people in one weekend. So we came back from the last craft show. On Monday, we unloaded the van, we got everything done. Tuesday, we edited the Etsy shop. And in the middle of editing the Etsy shop, I got a text saying, hey, we'd love to talk to you about being a vendor at this event, blah, blah, blah. Well, or was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. Anyways, boom, we won the free booth, which is a high dollar booth. So we were super ecstatic. But it also put me in like crazy crunch mode, and I was kind of a mean, crazy lady to Shawn. So here's my key tip if you're going to do this. Don't let it get to you. You just got to let it just go with the flow. There's no reason to ruin your life over a craft show, right? Am I right? Anyways, it is now Wednesday. Our setup is this Friday. So I've got a couple more days, but I wanted to bring you guys along yet again. So this is my craft show, craft room. Actually looks like, yet again, I've been sewing nonstop. We've got a bunch of product we've restocked over there. You guys, amazingly, bought us out of almost all the runners we made, almost all the jewelry. We had a bunch of the makeup bags, and so I had to restock all those, which is now done. And after the show, I will re-update the Etsy shop with those. We tried to add a few Christmas ones and stuff like that. Fall, I can't find any fall fabric. Anyways, today I am working on, I actually worked on this yesterday. I have a new design going into the shop. These are little clutches that I'm working on. They're like a wristlet. So there's a little zippered bag, and then it has a keychain that hangs on it. The inside, hold on, let me set you down. The inside of them is all different fabrics, you guys. So like every one of them, when you open it, it's different inside. And it perfectly slips a cell phone, a little bit of cash, some cards, whatever goes in there. So I look like crud because I gave up getting dressed for the day to sew. Welcome in. Anyways, we are working on, let's see, what else do I have going on here? There's our sewing area. More bags. Those are more of the quilted bags that we make. I'm not concentrating on vintage ones for this, but I will be doing a restock of the vintage bags once this show is over. So these are all quilted bags that we have worked on. We're doing something new. We got our cottage license so we can sell foods. So we will be doing a sourdough kit that comes with a jar, the sourdough starter, a little spoon, a jar cover. So we're going to see how that goes, something different. We did some makeup bags. We live in Georgia, so we did some local colleges, because if you're from the South, you know what is what. Christmas fabric. I found some cute Christmas fabric, so I did some runners in that. Oh, where's the really cute one? This one is so cute. It's Frosty the Snowman. I can't. It's so cute. Anyways, that's what we're working on. Display stuff, packages. I did more necklaces. Let's see, here's some new styles. I did like a little mushroom. This is a magnolia. This one stands way up off of it. Do you see it? Yeah. Anyways, I did some Wednesday inspired ones. Shawn asked me to do those. More sunflowers. They're pretty much all the same. This is new. Little daisies. I have some earrings to get finished up. But in the midst of all this, Shawn and I decided we need another sewing machine. So we have a Janome that I use for like precise stitches. We have a Juki TL2000 that goes pretty fast. It's great for quilting, and it's pretty much turned into Shawn's primary machine. So I went shopping, you guys. You know, I love my Bever, and the rest of it will be here today. So I'll probably set it up next week. It is an industrial sewing machine. So our Juki goes 1,500 stitches per minute. This one goes 3,700 stitches a minute. I'm gonna be driving a race car, y'all. I'm super stoked. Anyways, I'm not as stressed about getting our display set up because we just packed everything up in boxes. It's in the garage, so that'll be easy to Shawn took Friday off so that he can help me load the van up and we can head down and set up. So I'm gonna get to sewing yet again. And this is what chaos looks like, you guys. I mean, like this is driving me nuts. I just, you know, anyways, there you guys go. You want the real truth. Anyways, I'll bring you along on Friday as we're loading up the van and staging again. I did a couple adjustments to our display. We took a coat rack last time. I think I'm not gonna take that because it took up a lot of space in the van, and I'm gonna replace it with a way to hang all these wristlets up. I mean, some of these, oh my gosh, right? This one's my favorite. I feel like a ballerina. It's so cute. And then why I say so cute, I don't know why I say it's so cute. But, and then some vintage fabrics. But anyways, I'm gonna get working on those. I'm aiming to have like 25 of those done. We'll see. Anyways, okay. Friday. We'll be back on Friday to give you an update. And go see our space. We're going to be in B18, we found out. We'll see. It's Friday. It's setup day, and we got here early this morning and then had to go back home, which is 45 minutes away, because we forgot some stuff. Note to self, I'm going to make a master supply list. That's everything I need to grab. Tables, table covers, canopies, dowels for your purses, things like that, because without them you can't do much. So we had to go back home, come back, and I left the walls up, which made it 4,000 degrees in here, so it's fine. Anyways, I'll give you guys a grand tour tomorrow, but here's all our quilted bags. The walls will be down. We put all of our wristlets over here. I got some work to do, but it's too hot. Bowl covers, we're doing a kit, a sourdough kit. It comes with your sourdough starter, a jar cover, a spoon in a jar, so you can, like, a little bag, and there you go. And then you can add a bowl cover to it to complete your set for a little bit more. We've got our dehydrated sourdough this time. We have not sold that at market yet, so we'll see how that goes. Of course, we have our mixer bows, the makeup bags. I call them makeup bags, and somebody said, please don't call them makeup bags because they're used for so much more, and you're right. So we're calling them boxy zipper bags. Sounds zippy. The key fobs that did so well last time, we increased them $1 because as you guys know, shipping and tariffs and everything, things have gone up in price since I did my very first show, and I planned ahead that time and bought a bunch of stuff up front. We added, because we had a ton of people asking for these last time, microwavable potato bags. So you put your potato in here to microwave it, and we added those because people asked for them. Let's see. This place is incredible. If you haven't been to the Cotton Fair, I mean, look at this old building over here. It's all like an old farmhouse. It's awesome. But I will finish setting up tomorrow. We got these new little signs that come with like a little chalkboard. They're a little bit smaller and lighter. Last time I was trying to dwindle it down because last time we ran out of space in that van, as you guys know. And so there was a couple little things that I kind of took out, displays and stuff. We'll see if it pulls together or if I'm gonna add them back in. We'll see. But that's it. Oh, and then jewelry, of course, you guys know. We have this display where all our jewelry goes. I gotta get the earrings up, but when I put the walls for my tent down for the night, it tends to knock that stuff down. So I'll do that first thing in the morning. So the market tomorrow opens at 9 a.m. I think we're gonna leave the house at like 7:20 to get here for sure by 8 and finish setting up tomorrow. But y'all, like I said last time, it's like a full-time job and it's not for the faint of heart. So there you guys go. Okay, I'm off to go home and finish a few things that I forgot. Yeah, we'll check in tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's Saturday morning. It has been a little bit stressful. I forgot our card reader at home, and I realized it 10 minutes before the event is supposed to start. The parking attendant told me, if you leave, it's gonna take you about 4 hours to get back. So I said, you know, I'm gonna send up a prayer. We're gonna be okay. My touch is just gonna work today, which it did not last week. And when I got back, our neighbor right behind us had an extra one that she gifted us. I just about cried. So Miss Valerie, awesome. Anyways, we're all set up. Let me give you guys the view. I'm gonna turn you around. All right, let me back up and give you guys the full view of our booth. You can see my husband hiding back there. So here's our booth. It's very, very similar to last time. We changed a couple things, mostly in this area. So we have our trugs again, and our jewelry. That stayed put. Our little banner, I just love it. It's so much fun. But this area we kind of changed up. We have our key fobs on this side instead of the other side like last time. And then we added these wristlets. I was gonna do them on some like chain links, like remember that monkey game that you would link all the monkeys together, but with these little S-hooks, it was a disaster. So we brought this cart this morning and we put these just all up on top. We have all of our quilted bags looking beautiful. I like your face. Thank you. All right, my neighbor came over, was talking to me, but I'll finish showing you guys. We've got bowl covers, my little display things. These are moving a lot in the wind. I'm not sure about those. We're doing the sourdough kit like we told you guys about. Bread bags, I didn't bring a loaf of bread this time because I just didn't. And then our boxy things, we actually already sold one of those. And then we got these little dish drying racks to hold everything up a little bit better. It makes it just look a little cleaner. So there's our booth. There you guys go. And I will check in as the day goes to let you know how it's going. All right, I'm doing a 3:30 check-in. It's 3:30. This market has been slower than our last one, and now the foot traffic is like really hardly anybody coming through. I don't know what is going on. Hopefully tomorrow's a little bit busier. We did sell, the sourdough kits did pretty well. I'm looking to see what else we did. We sold a couple of the bags. The wristlets did decently well. The little boxy bags, the little cube ones, those did really well. And the table runners did well. So that's kind of where we are. And of course the fobs did well. Anyways, slow, definitely slow. Hey y'all. So it's Saturday evening, we're home. This clock has been broken for weeks and I need to fix it. It's literally a battery. Anyways, Shawn is vacuuming. You know, we just did a 9-hour craft show. Why wouldn't you come home and vacuum? Anyways, we got home, we fed the chickens and, you know, of course, dogs. And the normal life stuff. But overall, like I said, after about 3:30, we didn't really have anybody come through our booth at all. 3 o'clock. It was 2 hours of nothing. They said that's really not normal, so I don't know what the deal was. Georgia did not play at that time, which was something we thought about. But overall, we did maybe 60% of what we did at our last craft show on the first day, dollar monetarily wise. So not great, but you know what, we didn't have it before, so that's the way we look at it. We were super blessed to have won the booth, so we didn't have to worry about that. But people that have to pay for booths or travel and have hotel expenses or things like that, it's just part of the deal, I guess, right? Anyways, we made it. Say hello, my lover. Okay, bye. But we made it through the first day. We have to be back down there tomorrow at like 8 a.m. again, so we will leave the house bright and early again. And this is the last craft show we have planned for at least until December, so it'll give us some recuperation time. I will let you know once the show is over tomorrow. Do we continue? Was it worth it? What we thought of it all. So there's my thoughts in a minute and a half. Anyways, happy Saturday night. Woohoo! We made it through the first day. Welcome to Saturday. Nope, Sunday. Welcome to Sunday. We got there in the morning, and for some reason, I left my little square, the thing that I slide cards through, plugged into my phone, which meant it didn't record. Duh. Anyways, I was saying here, my neighbor did not show up. He had complained about the dollars that he didn't make the day before, so he just decided not to come back for Sunday, which meant we had an exposed side. So I tried to turn some of our bags to be more obvious, and I set our trugs on the side so that people could see those as well, since we were lacking a table like we did at the last craft show. The other thing we did is move our jewelry, because we had a jewelry lady on the other side of us, and I felt like that was causing our stuff not to be seen. So I moved it to the other side, and you'll see later if it worked or not, but I did move it. I wore a yellow shirt. Apparently, I'm going to tell you about that. And other than that, my booth was pretty much the same. There was a church service that we listened to in the morning, and it was awesome. It started raining. It was good for a couple hours in the morning, and then the rain set in. So it looked like a flea market in my booth instead of looking good, and everything started to get wet. So I pulled everything into the middle pretty early on, and we didn't have another sale the rest of the day. So that runner was dripping wet. Everything just got wet. So if we do another craft show, I'm going to have to make sure that I am rain ready. But it was a mess. And we basically just gave up after that because everybody went home. It was dead. There was nobody walking anywhere at all. So what a bummer to put that much work into it and have it rain. Really stinks, but it is part of what happens with craft shows that are outdoors, I guess. So we'll see. Anyways, I have no idea what I talked about for this long, but I'm showing you that there's nobody there. Welcome to it. All right. Well, I will check in with you guys later. Or just keep watching. I don't know what she's talking about at this point. I hate voiceovers. Anyways, and she's still talking? I don't know what she's talking about at this point, but something about those bags. Okay, lady, you can be done now. Yeah, we know. Your tent got wet. We get it. Moving on. Well, once again, we filled the van to max capacity to the top. And everything is wet from the rain. We did our best to keep things dry and packed up a little bit early to prevent damage to stuff. So we are good. But we had a horrible day. But everybody around us did with the rain and stuff. Overall, we didn't even come close to what we did at the last show, dollar-wise. So Shawn and I are going to sit down and really debate, is it worth it for us to continue doing this or not? I met amazing people. So that, to me, was like the plus side. Like I was telling Miss Kate, one of y'all, even if we don't have good sales, I love meeting the people. To me, that is why we do this, so God can put cool people in our lives. So that part was awesome. But it's a lot of work, you guys, to do this, to have rain ruin it. It really bummed out my day. But I'll let you guys know in the future if we're going to be doing any more shows local. I did apply for one that is a Christmas one in December. It's really like 4 hours. So to me, that one would be way easier to get ready for than this. But we'll let you know. All right, y'all. I have spent the whole day cleaning up and getting things organized. Everything was wet, and so that made it a whole big endeavor to get this all cleaned up. But as I'm unpacking my boxes, I like to do inventory and update my Etsy, so it does take me some time, but just it's the nature of it. But I wanted to tell you guys a couple flops, a couple top things, some what we learned, and kind of overall how it all went. So let me start with 2 ideas that I had for in our booth that were total flops. We bought these like dish drying racks. You put them together and basically, there's one over there somewhere. They line up next to each other and it becomes a ramp with like these dowels that stick out of it. So this one would hook next to this one. Well, it came with these little dowels like this that you put into the holes to put the 2 together. They were so splintered on the end that of the 6, like 3 of them I couldn't even use. So those will be going back to Amazon. They looked great, but the brand we bought was cruddy. So that was a no-go. Overall, though, it was a great way for us to display the hot pads a little bit better. Now, the other flop that we had is we painted, I put them away already, wood blocks, just 2x4 blocks last time, painted them with chalk paint. They were heavy. And transporting back and forth, I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to look for something littler. Well, I found these little, they're like a chipboard, and they have this little stand that if you put the 2 pieces together, oh, that's going to be wrong. But basically, you put these 2 pieces together, and it creates this little V, and then you can set this on it. It didn't matter who touched the table or what we did. They tipped everywhere. They blew all over the place. Even when there wasn't wind, they were just everywhere. So I'm going to clean these off. And again, I want to save them. I won't return them because I did use them, but they were not worth the $4 I even paid for them. So those were the flops for our booth. The other thing that we had is on day 2, we had rain. And our beautiful banner that runs across the top with the fabric strips basically became like a rain catch, and it dripped everywhere. So I might rethink that a little bit, but it did dry out, so we're fine for now. Okay, that was the flops with the booth. Our sandbags worked great. Everything was lovely. When it did rain, I just had to pull in everything under the tent to keep it from getting wet as best I could. So it's the nature of the game. How did it go overall? Well, day 1, there was a lot of college football on. Kids are back in sports, so it was definitely slower for us than the one we did 2 weeks ago. after talking with like all of the people around us, they all basically monetarily wise, and they had similar price products to what we had, did the same as we did, and we all had low days. Well, a lot of them knew vendors that had other spots at the show, and we figured out that it was the location we were in just did not get foot traffic. So there's basically like an entrance gate and a loop around the whole outside edge, and those people did awesome. And there's a few like vintage buildings or antique buildings you could walk through. We kind of were in the middle near the stage, and it didn't naturally flow that way. And so I think that was the main reason that we had kind of a crummy day on Saturday. Sunday it rained, so that was a wash. Once it rains, people aren't shopping. It was literally like hours and hours of us just trying to make sure our stuff didn't get damaged. So it is what it is. But will we do craft shows again? I know a lot of you guys are going to ask that. Not right now. We had to basically, the first show, Shawn was able to take 2 weeks off of work, and we were really able to bulk up our inventory. Well, this time we had short notice because we won the booth, so at least we had that. But it didn't allow us time to really, it didn't allow me time to do everything that I need to do in life. So I really had to not post YouTube videos in order to get everything done for this show. To me, YouTube is more of a full-time job for me now, thanks to you guys. So we probably will not be doing them anytime soon. The stress level and the amount of work for the payoff, especially when you have a rainy day, just, we don't know if it's worth it to us. We'll revisit it, but for now, no go. So that being the case, Etsy is going to be the main place that we're going to continue to post. Now, I did want to tell you, because I did have a couple people come by and say like, hey, I'm getting ready to do a craft show or different things like that. And so I want to tell you what our flops were, what our successes were. So for flops, we didn't sell one trug, but the garden season is almost over. At our last show, we had an extra table that we were able to display our trugs on. We weren't able to do that this time, so they weren't right front and center. But again, last time we put little cute garden vegetables in it and made it really obvious what it was, and I think that helped. So it's all about staging it so that people can envision it in use. So the trugs were... The other thing that surprised me, and I think I said this in the video, but y'all, I had my little square plugged into the side and I didn't realize that the recording wasn't working. But jewelry. So if you were looking at the front of my booth, to my left was another jewelry maker. And I had my stuff on the left of my tent. And I think that people were not seeing my stuff because they were already looking at hers. So day 2, I moved mine over thinking like, oh, I'll do better. But then it rained, so it didn't matter. So needless to say, there's a bunch of new earrings and necklaces in the Etsy shop. So go check them out. The other thing were hot pads. The small ones, we sold a couple of each one, just not a ton. We did sell a few of the runners, which people liked the idea of that. We had a lot of people taking pictures of it, probably to make their own. But such is life at a craft show, right? So they didn't really move much, but that's okay. We didn't expect them to because they didn't at the last craft show either. So it's like a specialty item that unless, like bread bags, unless you know the use and make your own bread, they're not going to move. So what were our top sellers? Okay, so the key fobs, which basically look like this, they're like a key ring, and then this is sewn. We sold a ton of those. They're $4. They were right at the front of the booth. We had every color imaginable, and we sold a bunch of those. And then the bows last time, the little hair bows that we made, they barely sold. We sold like 15 of them this time. So it goes to show you every market is going to be different. Our sourdough kits did fairly well. We ended up, they were basically our dehydrated sourdough with the instructions, a jar cover, and a cute little wooden spoon that we tucked all in a nice bag. They did decently well though. Like I would put that out again if that was an option in the future. So they did fairly well. Okay. The other thing at the last market, everybody kept asking us to make, or if we sold potato bags. So they're basically cotton fabric, cotton thread, cotton batting. You open them up and you can tuck a potato inside of it. The instructions are in there. So basically what you would do is it can fit up to 3 russet potatoes, depending on the size. You can also cook corn on the cob or a sweet potato in here. You place it seam side down, high, 4 minutes, flip it over, high for 4 more minutes, and you have a perfectly soft baked potato, which Shawn likes crispy. So we had people ask for these at the last show, and I thought, man, those were popular in the like late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if it's going to work, but I thought, why not? So we got the stuff for it. We ended up selling like 6 of these. which paid for the material cost for me to make them. So that was exciting for me. We do have some left, and they are going to be in the Etsy shop. So if you're a microwave potato person, I got you covered. The other thing, let's see, potato bags, our tote bags. They did really well. We only sold the one style, which I did not list last time. I only listed our vintage bags. So I'll show you those in 1 second. Our bread bags did fairly well. The wristlets. These are our new wristlets. They are in the Etsy shop. They are basically a zipper pouch. Every single one of them, we have a bunch of different colors. Every one of them has a different fabric lined in the inside. They zip shut, and then you can basically slip this on your hand. This also does have a little hook, so you can take this part off and just pop this into your purse as a little wallet. It holds an iPhone. I have an iPhone 15, not the big one. It's just a regular. Fits perfectly with a little bit of cash and my cards, and they can go in the washing machine. So we do have those in the Etsy shop now as well. And we have all different colors. They did really well. We had them right at the front in a cart, and they got a lot of interest from surprisingly young people all the way to mature people. So that's a good. And then, no surprise, the mixer bows, the ones that hook on the KitchenAid mixer, those did really well as well. So those were our top ones that went. We had a lot of people touch the tote bags and give us their praise on them. So let me show you guys what these all look like. I'm going to try to go through them really quickly, but they're basically, let me pick a pretty one. I'll go with this one. They're basically, it's an 18 by 18 square, but once it's sewn, it's like 17 by 17. They are quilted. Well, let me get one that you can actually see the quilting on. They're quilted. So you see the lines go on it. They're all quilted together. So the batting that's in it, they all have batting, cotton batting. It will hold when you wash them in the washing machine. So of course they have the little hill label. Some of them have a full handle like this, and then some of them have only just like the top handle like this, or it doesn't come down the whole body. But each one of them has a cute fabric on the inside. This one's actually quilted in a diamond pattern. If you can't see it there, maybe a little bit right there. You see, this one took me forever to quilt, but every single one of them, the inside has some kind of cute fabric, and you can see it on the top edge in the pictures on Etsy. So let me pick one that's more obvious. If you look at it, you can see this top edge is what the inside is. There's no pocket or anything inside, but they're great for like if you live somewhere that you have to have reusable bags for your groceries. Or for me, I go into the post office every day. I put your packages in these to go to the post office. I have one, it's actually hanging over there. That's the one I use every single day. It has a sunflower on it, of course. But let me run down really quick some of the colors we have. So this is a purple. It has a gingham handle, gingham inside. I have another purple. It is gingham inside, but it has the flowered handle. So they're both listed on the site. We have this lovely like periwinkle blue. This one has the full handle, and the inside is denim. It's like a thin denim, it's not thick. We have this one, which I'm calling kind of a sunflower. It is a black, beautiful little flowers. This one has the full handle, and it's got a black and tan plaid inside. I have two of those. Let me see. I got two of those. This is our other black one that we have. I have two of this one as well. It's this beautiful, cute little like animated roses. I don't even know, but how cute is that? It's got the gingham, and the inside is gingham as well. Like I said, they're fully padded too, so I feel like they're pretty dang sturdy. This one I'm calling White Magnolias. It's black and white. Has these beautiful magnolia patterns. Has the handle that goes all the way down, and it's a gingham inside. This one is a soft green. I love this one. I think it's beautiful. It's a very soft green. You can see the quilt lines. The inside is this beautiful sage green. Okay, I have two yellow ones. One of y'all had asked for yellow, so I made two. We have one that has the blue that goes all the way down, one that has it just at the top. They're the same size though. I'm trying to get you in there. And both of them on the inside have this yellow and white gingham. So those are our yellows. we have the cutest, it reminds me of a scarecrow. It's kind of like a folly retro colors, like Holly Hobby. Do you remember that? Anyways, I love this one. It has little sunflowers in here. It's got little daisies in here and little flowers in the olive, or little hearts. I don't even know what they are. Little shapes. They're super cute. This one has the full handle. The inside is this beautiful, like burnt red. I love that one. Okay, here come the pinks. This one is like vintage roses. This fabric, every time I use it, it sells. It sold out at the last craft show and a bunch of stuff this time. This one has the shorter handle. The inside of this is just a muslin because I didn't want to take away from the beautiful flowers. We did make one with chickens. It was the first one to go. I'll probably try to get another one of those up. This one is the diamond pattern like I was showing you. The quilting's a little bit different. It's a beautiful like pink. And then the inside is pink gingham. This is the only one that has the Little Hill logo on the thing instead of the front. And then this one makes me want to be a ballerina. Shawn wants me to keep this one, but we'll see. Anyways, it's a pink, very soft pink, little stripe with little, I don't even know. It looks like lace, but it's not. Like, see how it has like the scalloped edge? It's just lovely. The inside is this darling pink leafy fabric. So those are up on the Etsy shop. All of our jewelry has been updated on the Etsy shop. We've got some new designs in the makeup cubes, the little zipper pouches that we made last time. We have a ton of jewelry left, so that's all up. And oh, the runners. We did some Christmas themes. So I showed you guys those. There's one with Frosty the Snowman. There's one with poinsettias, and there's one with holly leaves. So if you're interested in Christmas stuff, it is now available. So that's how we did. We probably won't be doing it anytime soon. Like I said, it was just a lot. But, you know, I'd rather be posting better content for you guys and concentrating on YouTube than gallivanting all over God's great earth selling our crafts. It's a lot of work. For you guys that do craft shows, though, more power to you. You're amazing. Man, 9-10 hour days, back to back. I did one day where I sewed for 18 hours. So it's just, wow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Our Etsy link is below. And if you have any questions on the products that we did use in our booth or any questions on how we set it up or anything like that, let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks, guys.